Okay. Does that work, Lori? Making sure I'm good. Yes, everybody can see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
So welcome everyone to our first class, first new training, 6 weeks to success. So I am so excited that there's so many of you on that simply want more. So this is a 6-week program. The calls will be every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, starting today for the next 6 weeks. If you can be on live, I highly recommend it. It is 30 minutes, and if you can't, there will be a playback that you can listen to. So this 6 weeks class, oh, there you go. This 6 weeks class is designed to help you start maximizing your potential, to start filling up your calendar with bookings, your pocketbook with money, right? And your product knowledge to peak performance. So who is ready to get started? Give me a thumbs up if you're muted. Who's ready for more? Let's do it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the belief triangle. Some of you might have seen this. Some of you just joined like today. So congrats for being on. But we talk about the belief triangle a lot. And the reason why it's so popular in a business, it's just because it's true. There's no denying this belief triangle. And the way it works, if you think about it, if you look at the belief is going to determine your action, and your actions are going to determine your results. And your results are then going to reinforce your belief. So think on that for a second. Your belief determines your actions determine your results, and your results then reinforce your belief. Now, unfortunately, this goes backwards too, right? So negative belief is going to affect our results, and those negative results are going to affect our action, and that is going to affect our belief in a negative way. So I'll take you through some examples so you guys can follow me on this. So let's talk about that. So let's say you're getting ready to pick up the phone and make some booking calls. So you just grab your phone, you find the first number, and you make that call. You're unprepared for what to say. So the first thing your brain tells you is, I don't know why you're making this call. She's not going to answer, or he's not going to answer. I don't even know what I'm really going to say. She'll probably say no if she does answer. I know she's busy with her kids and she probably has no time, right? So our inner person starts telling us all the reasons why this is not going to go well. You don't believe she's going to book, so you start with something like, hey Jane, I know you're super busy and probably can't, but I'm trying to book some shows in May, and I know you're probably going to say no, but do you think you could do a party for me?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound familiar? Lisa's like, no. Good. The other thing is, you don't believe that our products are so amazing that anyone would drop everything and anything to have a party with you. You don't believe that your shows are so much fun that they are do not miss events, that anyone would be crazy to not attend your parties. You don't believe that you can change lives with teaching them a few recipes and products that will transform their dinner time dilemmas and bring their family back to the dinner table. Does that sound familiar too?
Yeah.
So guys, if you have background noise, please mute yourself. So here's the deal, guys, boys and girls. Look at this phone. You need to start looking at your phone like this. Yes, with lots and lots of hundreds and hundreds of dollars bills. Yes, Lisa, I see dollar bills on that. It is your modem for your future. It's the source of your financial freedom, and it's the answer to your empty calendar. And we need to start with how you see this instrument, how you see your phone, and tweak what we believe. So let's talk about this belief, right? Let's look at what we believe. So I want you to grab a piece of paper. I'll give you a couple seconds to go get a piece of paper, notebook, phone, whatever, and write belief. and then each of these things down that I'm about to say. And then I want you to answer honestly with yes or no. So go get a piece of paper or use your notepad or whatever you have next to you. And we're going to go through these questions. And I want you to just answer them honestly, yes or no. All right. Do I believe in our product? Do I believe that everyone needs to have a rock? People are crazy not to have a rock in their house. Do I believe that everyone needs a chopper? Because who would sit there and cut onions with their hands? Crazy. Do I believe that every single person needs a mix and chop? Do you believe in our products? Do you believe in the host opportunity? Let me tell you, if you don't know this, we have one of the best host opportunities out there. If you want to test it out, go host a party for a different company and you'll realize it. Do you believe that our hosts get a lot and ton of free Pampered Chef? That they're able to get half price items of anything they want or special host combos on the back of the catalog? Do you believe that our monthly host special, 60% off a select product, is an amazing deal for them? Or that they can take a $25 or $50 kid credit as a host reward and save on starting their business? And they get a discount on anything else. As a host, they don't pay full price for one single item. They get future party pics from future parties booked from them and 10% off for entire year. That's a lot of rewards. Do you guys believe that we have an amazing host opportunity? Now, what about the business opportunity? Do you believe that this business can change lives? Do you believe that the starter kits are the best deal in the catalog? Do you believe that everyone can try Pampered Chef risk-free? Don't be selfish. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the love. Hashtag share the love, right? That's our thing for this year. Do you believe in Pampered Chef as a company? And there is a Pampered Chef book out, by the way. You can have it on your Audible or you can go buy it. It's a really good read. Do you believe in our CEO, Tracy Britt Cole, who used to work for Warren Buffett, which Pampered Chef is owned by Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway? Do you believe in the company that's been around for 36 years or 37 maybe now? And last, do you believe in yourself? Do I believe in myself? Am I confident in what I do? Am I successful in what I do? If you're not muted, please mute yourself. Do you?
I'm Halcyon Gordon.
No. Someone doesn't know they're muted. Please mute yourself. Let me see if I can just.
It probably had asked her to announce herself.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure, double checking here. I can't see everyone on the screen. Do you believe in yourself? Who is it?
Halcyon, go ahead and mute yourself.
Gordon.
Halcyon, go ahead and mute your phone.
Is it on the phone?
Yep. Yeah, there's a 919 number that popped up. Go ahead and mute your phone, sweetie.
I don't see it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but you need to mute your phone. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead, mute your phone where you are, okay?
*6.
Mute my.
Okay. So I want you to look at that, and then we're going to talk about what you wrote down. Okay? So again, the belief is, do I truly believe in myself as a driving force in my business, in my family, in the lives of others? Do I truly believe in myself as someone who can get it done? Do you set your mind to something and you truly believe you can get it done? Do I truly believe in myself as a confident and strong recruiter? Do I think positively? Is my glass half full or my glass half empty? Are you a positive person? Do I see myself as successful? People, when you go to your parties, they can smell success. They can smell if you have fear. Do I see myself as a successful business owner? Guys, you're owning your own business. I don't know if you realize it or not, but for 109, people can start their own business. Do I see myself as the leader of a successful team? Dream about it. Envision yourself owning your own team. Do I see myself as a consistently strong seller? Am I consistently selling thousands of dollars, 2, 3, 4, whatever that might be, whatever your number might be? So we are talking about belief today. But if you see this, there's 4 pillars to success. There's 4 pillars to success in this business. They are belief, that we're going to talk about today. There are passion, skill, and will. So if any of these pillars is lacking, what do you think is going to happen to the roof? If any of these pillars are lacking, what do you think is going to happen to this roof? You can just unmute yourself, bottom left.
It will eventually collapse.
That's right. It will collapse, right? So what do you think you can do? And I want you guys to chime in on this. What do you think you can do? So we're going to talk about belief today. What do you think you can do to strengthen your belief system? Don't be shy. Silence. What do you think you can do to strengthen your belief system?
So I'm really bad about believing in myself. So I just have to take one little thing that I'm not as good at and start with that. Instead of overloading yourself, take it one step at a time.
Okay, yeah. So don't take everything on at once. Just look at things one step at a time. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Who else?
Ask a lot of questions.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, when I first started with Pampered Chef, obviously I had not a lot of clue of what I was getting myself into, and I have grown with the help of my director. And when I'm in doubt, I find the answer then to maybe steer my hostess or my guests in the wrong direction.
Okay, so ask a lot of questions to make you feel more confident, right?
Most definitely.
Good. Who else? What else can you think of that you can do to strengthen your belief system?
Well, I think believing in Pampered Chef, it helps when you have more product knowledge. So then you can stand behind and believe in what you're selling better when you know more about the product and the company.
Right, definitely. Awesome. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone else? Okay, so we'll move on to your homework. There will be homework involved. So your homework this week is to believe. Either to believe again because maybe you lost your belief, or to learn to believe because maybe you are just new and you just got your products, right? So in order to do that, you're going to need to get your products out and play with them. Make dinner, make dessert with your products every single day and night. Take pictures, videos of your products while you're making dinner. Post them on Facebook. Fall in love with this company. Watch Pampered Chef demonstrations on YouTube. There is a ton. If you just put in Pampered Chef, there is a gazillion videos. Watch or observe a show that someone does, a cooking show of one of our strong sellers. Reach out to your local team. Reach out to a buddy. Reach out to your director. Say, hey, can I come observe your show? When is your next party? And you don't have to do all of these, but the more you do, the more you will increase your belief. And that's the first foundation that we have to conquer in this business before we can move on to passion. Okay, so use your products, take them out, know what you're using, go on YouTube, watch some videos, observe some shows, become more confident in our products. And I do have one phone call I want you to listen to. And then you're also going to schedule a time with your recruiter or your director to go over this call and over this first 6 weeks to success program and talk about the progress that you have made this week. The phone call you're going to listen to is called Product Pros Have Bigger Shows. I like that name. And that's by two consultants, Christina Cunningham and Joe Hackman, and you are going to find it. So if you need to take a picture of this, but the link will also be in your homework. You go to Pampered Chef University, you go to Selling, Peer Sharing Resources, and you're going to find the PDF resources. And I'll say Effective Selling Skills, Understanding Your Product Resources, and you'll find the training for Product Pros Have Bigger Shows. And we're going to ask you to share at least 5 takeaways from this call. And then we're also going to ask you for this week, how many shows did you do? How many bookings did you get? How many leads did you get? What is something you struggled with this week? And we want to hear brag. What is one brag you have this week? Whatever excites you. And each week, we're going to have a new call for you to listen to start strengthening your pillars. This 6 weeks to success is really to start strengthening those pillars so you can have a successful business. So just to recap, after this call, I'm going to post a Google form on the event page. That is your homework, and you want to look at it today or tomorrow, and then you have until next week before this call to turn it in. So don't look at it Monday because there's a couple of videos to watch and some things to do, and you want to make sure you set up a 30-minute coaching call with your director or your recruiter, and that Google form is submitted. If that Google form is not submitted, you do not get the link to next week's call. Okay? So, all right. So we're going to work on our belief this week. And next week, we're going to talk about our passion. Okay? So are there any questions about this? Any questions? Any concerns? Any comments? Everybody good?
Buddy, I was just going to say, Lori and I have had to work on this for a long time with me too. The anticipation of no and feeling like the desperate girl for a date. Like, oh my gosh, are you please going to say no? I mean, could you say yes to me? Like, really and truly, like they were doing me a favor instead of the fact that, as you and I talked about in the past, providing a service. Like, we don't need to beg anyone because Pampered Chef has their own reputation. Most people are already going to know what that product is and be able to tell you the 12 things that they still own and show you a picture of them. And so not taking it personally, rejection and no's are not bad things. It's kind of like I told you when I even did the catalog, asking people if they wanted to catalog and they told me no, instead of taking that personally, going, well, isn't it better that they just save me money? Because I'd rather not give something out if they're not interested.
Right. Yeah. So do you agree that when you have a strong belief system in place, that that's not going to affect you as much?
Absolutely.
Good.
So,
Yeah.
Claudia, what do you think are some ways that we can maybe work on strengthening our belief systems? Like, do you have any tips for people who might be struggling, or who do believe that we have something great to offer, but might be struggling with getting the bookings? Like, where in their belief system do you think a good concentration would be?
That's what the homework will be for. So the homework will have the different training calls, and this one will be mostly about product knowledge. And I believe that if you are confident about your products, and you know about your products, and you know why people would want the products, I think that just kind of opens up like more more opportunities to reach out to people.
So I'm hearing, though, that confidence in the products doesn't necessarily mean that you have to know every detail about every product,
Right.
but more that you know that we have a company that stands behind our products, that you know that we have quality products, and like Lisa was saying, that there are people that have had our products for years and years and years, and we'll still talk about them and show pictures of them in virtual parties and all that kind of stuff. So it's not necessarily that we need to spend the time on learning what every product does. It's more about learning about who has what products and what products people are excited about and that kind of thing.
Correct.
Well, the company too sends, like, before Lori and I did the Last Chance First Glance, when they send us our packets, they give us the little booklet that talks about talking points about the products that they're sending. Because honestly, you're trying to convey to people what exactly is the appeal of why I need this in my kitchen. Like, I've lived my life up to this point, and I had a woman at one of my shows say that, who was like a 65-year-old woman. I've lived my life up to this point without this product, so you're going to need to show me why I need it. And yes, she placed a $65 order, because clearly she figured out, wait, I need to have that. But they already give us at least something very short. Even on the website itself, on PC, on our Consultants Corner, there are talking points for different products. Like, you don't need to be an expert, but it's always good to give people a visual of how they could utilize this product, why it's a benefit to them.
Right. So it's all about the visual. It's not so much about, it's dishwasher safe, and it's more about creating that vision and planting like a vision, like, hey, you could use this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and showing people that what they can make in it and giving them ideas. And the homework will go over that. There's 4 different YouTube videos in the call. You can listen to them while you're in the gym. You can listen to them while you chase your toddler, while you do your laundry, but just be able to have a notebook or something next to you. And you do have 1 week to complete it. Obviously, the quicker you do it, the more you have time to reflect on it. And the quicker you can set up a call with your director. And you definitely, if you're committed to the 6 weeks to success program, you definitely want to reach out to your director as soon as possible to set up that time for a 30-minute coaching call. So you do have to have a 30-minute coaching call with your director. You have to have completed the form, and then we will get you next week's call. And if you're watching the replay, same thing. So, okay, any other questions?
I don't have a question. I just have something to add. I think,
Sure.
The more repetition you do, the more, like, I don't know how many times Claudia has to tell me things. It's like absolutely ridiculous for me to, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But the more you do it, the more confident you're going to be. Now I'm extremely introverted and I'm learning how to work with myself. So when I first started doing cooking shows were really, really overwhelming for me, like getting up in front of people, because that was before station style, or I wasn't doing station style at the time. And so I had everybody's focus on me. But now I'm, almost 3 years into it, And I've been doing cooking shows mostly, I guess, for the last almost 2 years now, since I've been back from Korea. But I don't stress out about it anymore. I make sure I have everything in place, and I do the same thing every time. I mean, I go through, I say different things, I talk about each one of the products, I'm like, I go through most every product that we're going to use, just to kind of give them a brief overview. But the more you do it, the more you listen to it, the more you hear about it, the more I hear customers tell me how great their products are, and they've had them for 25 years, and the company's only been around for 35 years. The more you believe, and the more you're going to believe in yourself when you go to your shows and you're doing them, because you're just doing the same thing. It's no big deal. So now I don't stress about going to cooking shows. When it's been a little while, there's a little bit more stress, but I don't stress about it because I'm just doing the same thing that I do every time. I've got a different crowd. You walk in, you figure out how it goes, and you know that you're not perfect. I forget stuff all the stinking time. I forget names of products when I'm in the middle of explaining them. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, Pampered, not perfect. We'll get back to that name when I remember it later on. I'll remember it eventually. So just, keep doing what you're doing. Keep, learning about the products, keep watching videos, keep doing the homework that you'll be given on these calls. And eventually you won't be stressed out when you go to a show, and you'll be more confident. And that's what Claudia is talking about, them kind of smelling it on you when you're not confident. So if you're like worked up, you can walk in and you're relaxed. And one of the things that I always aspire, I know I'm talking a lot. One of the things that I always try to do is Claudia makes everything seem so easy. She's got an easy way of talking about things, an easy way of recruiting. She's like, come on, it's no big deal. And so I like to listen to how she says things, because it puts me at ease, where I would get tense and I'm like, yeah, you should sign up with Pampered Chef. Instead, I kind of relax. I think about how Claudia would say it. And I'm like, yeah, you should totally sign up with Pampered Chef. And I mean, it's a big difference between the two, between the tone in my voice, between the stress in my body, and when you're on the phone, I mean, even that they can tell the difference. And anyways, I guess that's my spiel.
You're awesome. So yes, exactly. So we are going to work on confident belief, and you will see how that's going to start affecting your action and your results. So thank you all for joining us and taking the time today. And I would love for you to go on your team wall, director's wall, your team group, wherever it might be, and just say, hey, I just completed my first call for 6 Week to Success. You should have joined. Okay, people can still join right now, but once the homework is due and it's not turned in by next week, then you'll have to wait till we do this program again. So I hope you'll all send in your homework. I'm going to go ahead and post the link here in a minute and set up your coaching call, and let's get you to your success. All right. Okay, guys. So I'm going to turn off the recording. I will upload the playback, and yeah, I hope you all have a good night. Yay, so many
Thank you for
people.
doing this.
Of course. And next week is Troy's turn, right? Lori? One of you two is doing the next week's call. So you'll hear from different people.
That's what I am.
Thank you for our team.
It's
All
me.
right, boys and girls.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.